Jim, I want to change it up quickly to SPACs. I know you'd be disappointed if we didn't spend a little time on SPACs. On Friday, I had Longview Acquisition Corp on, my friend Larry Robbins, along with a guy named Jonathan Rothberg, really fascinating scientist with this handheld ultrasound device. That stock did extremely well. But the area where all the SPACs seem to really want to play, Jim, is one you've been focused on lately, certainly on Mad Money, which is EV. It's hydrogen. I don't know what you want to call it. I mean, did you take a look at this one? Let's start with CI, if we can, guys in the control room. CIIC, right, which is CIIG Acquisition Corp, which announced a deal with a company called Arrival. Did you see this one, Jim?
That must have eluded me.
They're talking $5.4 billion. Let me get my. I'm trying to look for my notes here. Here it is. $5.4 billion. By the way, Arrival, Jim, just in case you didn't know, has developed a new method of designing and producing zero-emission vehicles using its proprietary hardware, software, and robotics technologies and low-cost micro-factories. So
you better not question
going
that.
For them.
Don't question that. Just go buy that.
Just go buy it. Look at what, I mean it's David, like you're a SPAC.
The more work you do on that, the less time you're going to have to be able to buy the stock.
We have more early-stage companies hitting this market and becoming public than I think we've had in a very long time. So many grouped around EV. In fact, we put a list together for them. Obviously, we remember the granddaddy, Nikola.
Right.
I remember my first interview with Trevor Martin.
Mark Russell making some noises, David.
Lordstown. There's you.
I had Lordstown on last week.
Fisker.
I've had them on.
They started trading. These were all went public through SPAC.
See, that's Ford, GM, and Chrysler.
Those have all closed, right? Those are all under you. They announce the SPAC announces the deal, and then the deal actually closes.
Right.
The money is transferred. The Arrival, which I just mentioned, Canoe with Hennessy Capital, the value there $2.4 billion. That was announced on August 8th, and ChargePoint with Switchback Energy, that was announced September 24th. And then there's also Workhorse, but that's not a SPAC. I mean, these things, that's the new, it's just, all right, find us an EV company.
Look,
especially one that has proprietary hardware, software, and micro factories.
Well, David,
there's tiny little factories.
There's a lot of people who believe that once President-elect Biden comes in, he's going to support hydrogen. Hydrogen needs a huge commitment by the federal government, or else it's going to be fuel cells, the way that Elon Musk talks about. But green hydrogen is the ultimate fuel, but it's way too expensive right now. If they can get it to come down because of Biden subsidies, then a lot of these stocks are going to work out. Green energy, David, is the future.
I believe you. I hope it comes as quickly as possible. It'd be great for the planet.
Which is a realistic company, is talking about the next 10 years. Some people feel it's the next 5 years. Right. They are making there are major companies that are actually making
don't we need to be somewhat skeptical about all of these business models, Jim? And again, making the point that most of these companies, if not all of them, are losing money, are not going to have any hope of being profitable anytime soon, but are based on the idea that you're talking about, that there is going to become ubiquitous EV use and hydrogen cells all over the place.
Well, what happened is Plug Power. Plug Power is the one. That went all the way up, That's the forklift company, hydrogen. And they even did a huge secondary last week, raised about $800 million. And the stock is above the secondary. So there's now, let's look at it this way, Dave. There's now finance for these companies.
Right.
I mean, Lordstown is a very compelling company. They've built I've talked about this with Phil LeBeau. They're on the old GM plant. They've got a lot of things going for them, including good management, which happens to be from Workhorse. That's another one we hadn't mentioned.
Yeah, I mentioned it. It didn't go public through a SPAC. That's why I didn't mention it.
Right. Yeah. But I feel that the momentum is there because of Biden. If President Trump had won, I think this would have deflated this balloon.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.